they'll come in tomorrow and they'll sign.
We're a little ahead of schedule. I think everybody's here that's coming. Y'all agree? All ready to get started? Thank y'all for being here tonight. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Darren, would you open us with prayer?
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to assemble tonight. We ask that you be with us as we make decisions which affect our children's education. May all our actions be in accordance to your will. In Christ's name, amen.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, item number 1 is to approve the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Item number 2 is to approve the minutes to the June 8th, 2021 and June 17th board meetings. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 is the presentation of the financial reports. I believe they were emailed for April and May. There's a copy in here, and I think they were also emailed. So, if you have any questions, you can let me know. Item number 4 is the report from the state examiners of public records.
Thank you for having me. In accordance with the provisions of Act Number 2006-196, Acts of Alabama, and Code of Alabama 1975, Section 1613A, 73D, commonly referred to as the School Fiscal Accountability Act. I'm here on behalf of the State of Alabama Department of Examiners and Public Accounts to present our audit report on the Railroad County Board of Education for the period coming October 1, 2019 to September 30, 2020. We conduct our audit in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards and government auditing standards for the purpose of rendering an opinion on financial statements and determining whether the board complies with applicable laws and regulations. We also conduct an audit of the board's federal financial assistance programs in accordance with those same standards and requirements of Title II, U.S. Code of Federal Regulations, Parts and Labor, Uniform Administrative Requirements, Cost Principles, and audit requirements for federal awards, also known as the Uniform Guides. We issued an unmodified opinion on the board's financial statements as of for the fiscal year ending September 30, 2020. This means that the financial statements are presented fairly in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. In addition, we issued an unmodified opinion on the board's major federal financial assistance program, which for the fiscal year was the Child Nutrition Cluster. The local schools that we selected for comprehensive testing were Vidal Elementary and the Rock Hills Junior High, and all those schools were subject to limited testing. Our report had new findings in it, and that report is available at our website, www.examiners.alabama.gov underneath the reports tab. This concludes my presentation. As always, thank you to all the central office staff for helping us get done with it, and we will be back sometime this fall for 2021.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Anything you ever need from us, just let us know.
Trying to get y'all that money. You're ready to work. You're right. Thank y'all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. On the superintendent's report, if you'll look in your packet right there, the next one, you'll see a thing called End of the Year Live Stream Viewership. Kevin got this up for me to show everybody, and this is what the live views that we had from the public viewing different activities. You can see, like with our elementary awards day, there were 45 live views and 507 people looked at the recording. So the audio and the recordings that we're doing, they are being viewed by a lot of people. Same with our board meetings. We have a lot of people view them live, and we have many people that go back and view those again. So You know, we talked about the different states here, and there was also some countries, but you didn't keep up with those, did you? So there were some people from overseas that watched some of our events. I'm sure maybe soldiers and, or somebody on vacation, but, you know, I think it's a great service that Kalen does, and we provide it for our schools to use. And it just helps people that are not able to come to events to be able to be a part of it, especially this year with COVID, with the graduations and the award ceremonies and things like that. So just to give y'all an idea of what, kind of what's going on with that. The next two sheets are, it's an annual report that Ms. Bailey gets up for us. Anytime we physically restrain a student, a report has to be made, and we had one physical restraint this year in our system, so that gives you some details on that. The next two sheets, Ms. Kelly went over about the team's contracts there for you to look at. I knew I had sent one earlier, and the final was a little bit different from that because so many people were looking at adjusting, because it is something new that we really had to, Ms. Kelly and her bunch really had to step in and figure out what was going on with these. Our summer reading camp for our K through 6 kids is completed. The results were, I think, were fantastic. After talking to all the principals and the teachers, the kids were really, really excited about, you know, coming to school. When I went, the kids they were enjoying themselves as they were learning. The teachers were enjoying themselves. So again, I think that our reading coaches did an excellent job planning, preparing, and ordering all of this stuff for them where teachers could come in and teach. They really did like the art and the music part, the kids did, so I'm hoping our teachers will try to incorporate a little more music and art into the program. We'll do a report later on after we get the final results, because we did a post-test and a pre-test and kind of see where we stand. But from the administrators that I talked to, and I didn't talk to all of them, but the only one child stayed even, everybody else had improved. That's kind of what you got, Ms. Brady?
Well, I just have preliminary numbers for K through 3 right now, and overall the trend is good. So I think it was very beneficial for our kids.
So this may be something that the state needs, you know, we know it's required by the law, but I hope this is something that the state will find to put some money into, and that we can do this. Maybe, you know, can expand it a little bit, because I do think it's a very helpful program. I've had started getting questions about what school is going to look like in the fall. You know, we're not very far away from that. Currently, there is not a mask order in place for the state, so mask will not be required. Any student that wants to wear a mask is welcome to do so. We're not going to restrict anybody from not wearing one if they feel that it is safe and that's what they want to do. Again, vaccinations, they're available for any student from 12 years old and up. So we're not going to require anybody to have vaccinations, but I would recommend that. Most health officials are recommending that, because the same quarantine and isolation rules are going to apply as far as being exposed to someone if you're not vaccinated. You would have to quarantine those days. Same thing for teachers that are not vaccinated also. There again, we can't require our teachers to be vaccinated, but would suggest that they could. So the same quarantine and isolation rules apply at this time, and the 3-foot social distancing is what we will try to do when possible. And the Department of Public Health will be doing the contract tracing instead of our school nurses. Now, we'll still have to keep up with seating charts and things like that in every classroom, but the Department of Public Health will be the ones that call in. I've spoken this week to the Department of Public Health, and I spoke to Ms. Roundtree about it. We've talked to some of the local pharmacies and the Department of Public Health, they want to set up vaccination sites for students at each school. So we're kind of working on that. If we get something, concrete, we'll let you know, but that might be more convenient for people that want to get vaccinated. If all the people from Woodland can come to Woodland and Wadley students can go down to Wadley. So that's something we will try to set up, and we would do a call out on that and try to get a number for the people doing the vaccinations. We advertise for our contract positions like always for the upcoming school year, but just wanted to make sure we will be sending out a notice for anybody that's interested in doing any contract position with the school this upcoming school year, that they can send us an application, and we will keep it on file for any type of position that they are qualified for. We're just gonna keep those for a year, Ms. Kelly.
Yes,
Like the ones we've got, they would need to reapply.
yes, because that is supervised by the state, that program is. But we advertise for contract positions now, every time we do an advertisement, it's on there, that they can submit a resume. Now, if there is a position that is going to be a full-time position, but we determine that it's going to be a contract position because of funding, then I would probably think that we'd want to follow the same suit that we
Just
did with this, and just advertise on Teaching Alabama.
Okay. All right, that's all I've got for my report. Any questions? Number 6, recommend to approve the personnel action sheet.
Okay, that's item number 6 on the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I oppose to number 3, I vote no on.
Okay. So noted. Motion carries.
All right, I have an announcement to make. And we'll provide one of these to the public for anyone that, we'll provide this to the media people that we deal with. From June, and this is June 29th, 2021, for immediate release. In December 1994, the Randolph County Board of Education entered into a court-supervised consent decree that outlined the steps the school district would have to take in order to discharge its desegregation obligations as set forth in the Lee versus Macon County Board of Education case of 1967. For the last 25 years, the Randolph County School District has earnestly pursued the requirements of this decree. And on Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, United States District Judge Myron Thompson granted the district's motion for unitary status. While the Declaration of Unitary Status declared the Randolph County School District to be unitary, dissolved all outstanding orders and injunctions, and dismissed the litigation as to the defendants, Randolph County Board of Education, its members, and the County Superintendent of Education, we want to affirm our commitment to continuing non-discriminatory practices and policies, including those developed in collaboration with the Intercultural Development Research Association, the private plaintiffs and board attorneys, the Department of Justice, and other equity agencies. Since 1994, many individuals have worked extremely hard in our efforts to achieve unitary status, and we would like to offer sincere gratitude for your efforts. In particular, we would like to acknowledge the diligent efforts of our District Employment Committee and local school committee members, and all who have assisted in the efforts for personnel and hiring. Without their intense dedication, this goal would not have been met. To all of our stakeholders, employees, students, parents, community members, board members, past, present, and future, we thank you for your support, and we promise continued practices to ensure our district remains unitary. Thank you.
Central Office up here, Mr. Jacobs, and for Miss Mary, let me tell you something. I know how hard you worked on it, and since I've been on the board, it has been a constant battle with Mary Kelly, and I'm gonna tell you what, you deserve so much credit. Yeah, I'm proud to be on the board to see this. We all should be proud to be on the board right now to see this go down. We could've gave up and just kind of, you know, just, John could've got through this next term and put it on somebody else. Mary could've retired. She didn't. She didn't. And I know there's been a lot of times she wanted to, and with everybody, John included, and I'm really proud of y'all. Y'all deserve it. And I hope this county, appreciates you, because I do. I do. And I'm sure they do. They do. They do. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, John. And I'll have to say about Ms. Kelly, when I came into office and we became a team here, we would work on this. She would come in and we would sit down and talk, and Ms. Kelly would have an idea, and she'd have an idea. Finally, I thought, I'm just in her way. I'm just gonna kind of get over here to the side, and I'm gonna let Ms. Kelly do what Ms. Kelly can do. And I appreciate all of her efforts. She stayed up here a lot of long nights, and it is appreciated. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I reiterate all that too. That's for John. It's been about seven superintendents under this. And there's been a lot of effort put into it all these years, and a lot of, hard work and a lot of diligence. And it took the past and the present to get it there. And I'm thankful to be on this, that this has happened, and that I'm a part of being on this board for this. This is a big day for our district, and I'm thankful because I feel like we are unified and a diverse district. So thank y'all.
Well, and there are some of us sitting here at this table that's been here since the get-go. Darryl, you were here when it started. Jimmy, that's about the time you retired, wasn't it?
I was what?
About the time, what year did you retire?
I
Now, you-
retired in December before this came down in like February.
Okay. So, you know, Miss Kelly's been here during the duration I have, and Darryl. And, not that we did anything special, but I just, to see it from the beginning to the end is very rewarding. Cause my first year at Brock Mills with Dr. Bishop, I worked on some of the policies that we had to develop back then. And, you know, and I don't wanna call people's names, but one, I do wish I could've told Mr. Jeff Lang. I wish he was here to hear this. So, anyway, I thank y'all for your support of what we've done, and your continued support of what we're gonna try to do to keep us this way. Thank y'all.